In this Elden Ring closed network test 10 things you should know video, I'll be giving you some tips if you'll be playing the closed network test this weekend. This will remain as spoiler free as possible for you, since the goal with this guide is to help make your test more enjoyable, not less so, but there will be some spoilers, so bear that in mind. You can see the dates and times on the screen if you need a refresher on just when these tests are. To make things easy, I'm going to do this in chronological order so that you can just follow along as you play if you want. Again, this will be as spoiler free as it can be, but there will be some, since it's not possible to give advice without showing some things. So if you want to minimize spoilers, stop watching now, and you can go read the written version on the blog. I've added a link to the description below so you can do just that. Number 1, choose your class wisely. You'll only be able to use incantations and sorceries with specific classes in the closed network test until you finish the demo. For this reason, it's important to decide before you begin playing what you plan to use, unless you plan to beeline straight to the end, which I'm sure most of you will not want to do. The Enchanted Knight is the only class that can use sorceries, so if you want to play as a mage, then you must choose this class. It also coincidentally has the best shield in the network test, so if you like blocking, you may want to select this class even if you don't intend to use sorceries. The Prophet is one of 2 classes that can use incantations, so if you want to use these spells, then you'll either select this class or Champion. Coincidentally, it comes with one of the strongest spells in the test called Beast Claw. This one incantation makes nearly every encounter a breeze, so if you're having trouble, I suggest trying this class. The Champion is the other class that can use incantations, and it's the only class that can use the Dragonfire incantation, which is amazing. It doesn't have access to Beast Claw until you finish the demo, but if you like burning things to a crisp and a wide AoE, whether on horseback or on foot, then this class is for you. Bloody Wolf is your strength-based class, and it can wear heavy armor and mid-roll, making it have solid damage, protection, and mobility. The Bloody Wolf's playstyle is most similar to past Souls games and is very new player friendly. The Warrior is arguably the most difficult class to learn to play, and it doesn't have a way to block or parry without changing its loadout. Getting used to dual wielding can be challenging, but it can be done with a bit of practice. Make sure to use its skill when you need some ranged attacks, as it makes this build much more easy to play. Number 2, head to the Church of Elleh. The Church of Elleh is located straight ahead as you step into the Lands Between, and it should be your very first destination. There you will find a merchant who can sell you kits for crafting and a smithing table where you can upgrade your weapons. He also sells an assortment of weapons, so if you want to try something different, this is a good place to go early on. Number 3, buy a leather shield. The merchant at the Church of Elleh sells weapons, as I mentioned, but he also sells a leather shield which has 95% physical damage mitigation, which is the best you can get in the closed network test unless you chose the Enchanted Knight class. If you plan to use a shield in your playthrough to block, parry, or both, then you'll want this shield. It's only 200 runes, so get it as soon as you can. Number 4, buy a torch. There are many dark locations in Elden Ring, and some that are near impossible to navigate properly without a light source. I highly recommend you buy one while at the Church of Elleh, because you might miss out on some secrets without one. It only costs 200 runes, which is not a lot. Number 5, buy the Lone Wolf Ashes. Another item you should purchase while at the Church of Elleh is the Lone Wolf Ashes. This is one of the new summoning spirits, and it's a pretty effective one as it summons 3 wolves at once. You can use this in difficult places, and you should, particularly if you're having a tough time. It's one of the better ones in the closed network test, and you can get it right away. It also costs 200 runes. Number 6, get the map fragment for Limgrave. When you first begin Elden Ring, the map shows a very limited area, and if you go off the beaten path, you won't find this item until much later, which can hinder your exploration. For this reason, I highly recommend you go grab this item immediately after the Church of Elleh. In order to get there, you need only follow the road northeast to the Gatefront Ruins. There you'll find an encampment full of enemies, but you can sneak up and interact with the tall obelisk there to acquire this map fragment. Once you have this, you'll see the entire map that's available in the network test, and even a little more. Use this to help you explore during your play session. Number 7, farm Smithing Stone Shards. Smithing Stone Shards are what you use to upgrade your weapons and shields in Elden Ring, much like Titanite and Dark Souls. However, they are rather hard to come by unless you know where to look, which can be frustrating. The best way to acquire these upgrade materials is by defeating trolls in Stormhill. They have a 100% drop rate, so you can kill them over and over, allowing you to upgrade every weapon you want if you have the time to farm them. The trolls are located northeast of the Gatefront Ruins, and you need to use your Spirit Steed to jump up to them. Number 8, head to the Sorcery Trainer. For those of you playing Enchanted Knight, or you finished the demo and want to try sorceries, you'll want to head to the Sorcery's Trainer as soon as you can to expand your arsenal. She is located in the post-town remains on the right-hand side of the map along the road. The sooner you get to her, the sooner you can really start playing like a mage. Number 9, get the Northern Mercenary Ashes. The Northern Mercenary Ashes are the best in the closed network test, as this summons is both tanky and deals pretty damn good damage. It excels at distracting bosses while you range them down with magic or hit them in the back with melee attacks. If you're having a hard time defeating bosses, I highly recommend getting this one. It's located in the Murkwater Catacombs on the northeast side of the map in the ravine. Number 10, split your flasks evenly if you play multiplayer. The last tip applies for those who plan to play multiplayer, whether it's cooperative or a competitive play. When you're summoned or you invade, your flasks are cut in half, rounded down, so if you have 3 health flasks, for example, you'll end up with 1. And if you have 1 magic flask, then you'll end up with 0. For this reason, make sure that you always split your flasks evenly by going 2 and 2, 4 and 0, or 0 and 4 if you plan to PvP or co-op. This will ensure you don't lose out on flasks, and you can help or raise hell more easily. That's it for our guide to the network test, explaining a few things that you can do to make your experience more enjoyable. I've tried to keep it as spoiler-free as possible just to let you know locations of a few things that can save you time, which is extremely limited in this test. Oh, and also, if you're having a hard time two-handing a weapon, hold triangle and press R1 or L1. For those of you that can't play, we have a video covering exactly what is in the network test, including spells, weapons, armor, skills, summons, and bosses. I'm also trying to procure some codes from Bandai Namco to give away, so make sure to drop by Twitch and see. Also, don't forget to bookmark the wiki, as all this information has already been added there.